The 74-year-old bicyclist who died in a crash with a pickup truck earlier this week in Stoughton has been identified. Glenn Van Rossum died at a hospital on Tuesday. The driver of the pickup truck, Blas Urbina, was arrested on a potential charge of homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle after crashing into Van Rossum Tuesday at the intersection of North Page and Johnson Streets. Stoughton police and the Dane County Medical Examiner's Office are still investigating the incident.